All right, welcome to the August 11th work session for the Technical Review Advisory Committee. We have one item on the agenda, 221 Woodbury Avenue for a subdivision. Take it away, Martin, thanks.
My name is Martin Ryan. I am the owner and occupant at 221 Woodbury Avenue, Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Here working on approvals for subdividing a lot that I have at the corner of Thornton and Woodbury Avenue. It's a 17,351 square foot lot. It currently has a two-family home in the corner of the lot, and my goal is to subdivide and revert the two-family to a single family and build a new single-family home as you see it in the proposed plan. So this is my second work session. I'll go through it briefly. The plan as proposed is to provide an L-shaped lot, which would bring vehicle traffic off of Thornton to the using a single curb cut, which was an issue last time, to provide access for vehicles to a new garage on the existing home and a two-car garage on the proposed lot for the new home. It would create a L-shaped lot with a driveway coming all the way to the, I would say, the north side edge of the lot back to the new development. The proposal creates two appropriately sized lots that are consistent with the neighborhood's land use patterns. And this has gone through Board of Adjustments, and the single variance was for a frontage variance, which was permitted and approved. The parking, I allow enough parking for vehicles on both dwellings. There are two-car garages for each dwelling. Screening and landscaping, I intend to use a lot of what is already there and enhance it, and have an abundance of screening and landscaping for the site. Water and sewage, I intend to tap into, which is a change from my previous session here, to come off of Thornton Street, run the water and the sewage through the driveway extension out to the Thornton Street hookups. Let's see. A concern last time was for stormwater management. We've looked into that a little closer and provided more of a rain gardens for each of the lots. We also concentrate that the lot as it is bowl shaped, and a lot of the rainwater stays within the lot. We just plan to manage it with the use of those rain gardens. Also, we're looking at for the new lot to have a access or hook up to the stormwater system, create a under drain system in the gravel portion of the driveway, collect a lot of that rainwater, and basically keep any rainwater on site. Also, we are going to handle all the water that comes off the roofs. The existing house has some features of doing that. We plan to enhance those and to tie into the kind of the inlet that has been placed there with the recent sidewalk and street renovations. Site lighting, we intend to use sky-friendly lighting, no freestanding lighting. Trash collection would be done on Thornton Street for the new lot as well as the existing lot. Snow removal is accounted for as shown in the proposed site plans. We show a stockpile area for each location. As I said, we did get zoning relief with the BOA, I think 2 months ago. And I think I've addressed I think there was a question of the setback for the new house. We are taking the average between the home at 251 Woodbury Avenue and the existing house at 221 Woodbury, and averaging that and creating the setback for the new proposed house. I think that handles all the concerns from the first work session, and I'd be happy to address any further comments or concerns, questions.
All right, thanks. Any comments, concerns?
Yeah, you're showing what looks like a catch basin in the driveway of the new proposed.
Yes.
And that is going into the sewer by your line connections here. And I'm not seeing the sewer go into the house. That might just be an oversight of not putting a line somewhere.
We're talking about the storm drain at the catch basin.
Looks like you have a connection to the sewer, but it's being tied to the catch basin and not the house.
Yeah.
So it looks like a little bit of a
It's
plan
that,
error.
it might be that line
Is there
type.
not a,
It's
yes,
the line type, it's that,
am I not showing a sewer line running?
Yeah, not into the house.
that one there is the line, that's the sewer line.
So, yeah,
I think it's just the line type is, we're not used to seeing it that way.
But the other line coming to the catch basin seems to be tied into the sewer
sewer.
cleanout.
It does, the stormwater line looks like it's going to the sewer,
Right.
but there is a sewer line, he shows coming out and going right along the new driveway.
Yeah, I don't intend to tie it into the sewer.
Yeah, I think
I
there's,
intend to tie it into the storm drain.
yeah, I think it just needs
So
to
if
be
you could
cleaned
just
up.
fix the plan so the
Yes,
lines
sir.
are going in the right spot, it'd be good. Other than that, I think I'm good.
Absolutely.
Martin, I would encourage, not require, nothing needs to go on your plan. If you'd have some kind of small sign on the Thornton Street indicating that those driveways serve both those addresses. Just not a requirement, just a good idea. It's
Sure.
not just for me, it's from a life safety perspective, it's delivery guys, things like that, a little tiny, nice, nothing flashy. Unless you want it to flash.
Well, you can have mailboxes there, though?
The mailboxes will probably be on the Woodbury Street side. The existing,
Yeah, no, the addresses are definitely they're definitely Woodbury addresses, but my point being is, no one's going to know that's a Woodbury address and that there's access from it, that's why I recommend a sign.
So where do you, and that's something that Pat always brought up too, he's like, okay, so if your front door is on Woodbury, but your EMS is gonna be servicing from the Thornton Street side.
It's
Right.
within 50 feet of the front door, like EMS could go through the front door.
You see where it's at, you go around the corner and pull in.
Yeah, right, but that's the point is, anyone, and especially us, you see that address, you go around the corner, well, where is it? Oh, it's that other driveway. That's why, and I'm sure whoever owns it would benefit from that in general.
you got it.
Okay. So do
Mark-
you,
oh.
yeah, you goes.
No, that was it.
Just so you know, you'll have to take a separate demolition permit. What do you have there? You got some smaller structures that are just over a couple hundred square feet, is that right? 240 square feet and 88 square feet, some existing little sheds?
I do. I have an old garage. It's more of I'm doing everything to keep it from falling down. Yes, it's more of a garden shed with a bit of a lean-to.
Right, so you get what's called a demo permit for that, be separate from your building permit. So you're gonna pick out a demolition permit, because once if you're raising it from the property or removing it, then that needs a demo permit versus a building permit.
Very good.
Do any of the proposed lot lines go through that structure?
Do any of the lot lines go through that structure?
Yeah.
I had that, no, sir.
So there's a few things to clean up in terms of, well, one is the proposed plan site shows the proposed single-family home, but it also says existing two-family, it should just say proposed single-family.
Okay,
And the square footage on that is 1445, but then on your other plan, it shows 1490. So, just correct that, and if you could, a zoning table would be helpful just to show the coverage and open space, because we had a little trouble calculating that, without that information.
Very good.
And then,
The other bigger thing is that the plat that goes to the planning board requires it to be stamped by an engineer or land surveyor.
Okay.
I know you've done most of this work, right, yourself?
I have, I've used an old survey, I can't find it, or I have the stamp for it, but I'm reaching back out to the same folks.
Yeah, that plan that goes to the planning board will need to be stamped.
Okay.
Is that it?
I think, well, there was one question I had a question, just whether it's gonna be a gravel driveway for the back area?
I was showing it as a mix of, in some of the turning points and things like that, maneuvering areas, it would be solid, bituminous. But I'm showing gravel for sort of that stretch to the very back.
Okay.
Did it have to be stamped by a civil engineer, or, because you are an architect, right?
I am.
Subdivision ordinance says, engineer or land surveyor.
Or land surveyor, right, got it, yep, just curious.
I know, they look like they're survey plans already, but, okay, that's fine, if you want, if you intend to have a gravel, I don't think we have a restriction or anything on that.
I think I was just a little concerned about, water, permeability and that issue.
Okay, it's just a little more difficult to manage, but,
I agree with snow removal and things like
Yep.
that. I currently have a gravel driveway and it's a bit of a,
but that's your option, that's fine. I think is that all we had? I thought there was one more thing. Oh, the driveway, what was it? Oh, no, you don't have a driveway, you don't need a driveway permit because you're keeping it in the same location, right? You're just making it two, where there's one now, or is it moving?
the curb cut?
Yeah.
No, it is I'm
Same
maintaining the
curb
curb cut.
Great. Yeah, I can't think of anything else to bring up. I think that's it. Russ?
Have you talked to the assessing department yet about map lot numbers for the new parcels?
I'm sorry, the assessment department?
Assessing department for the map lot numbers,
No.
you should reach out to them.
Okay, will do.
Then subdivision agreement waiver for that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we're thinking waiving the subdivision agreement surety.
So you need to make a request as part of your application to waive the subdivision agreement and surety, so you won't have to get a bond for the project.
Okay,
I can give you the section for the subdivision regulations for that.
that'd be great, thank you.
Eric, have anything?
Oh, yeah, Eric, do you have anything, or?
No, I like having one driveway, it's good combining it. I still think it's a little tight to get into those parking spaces, turn around, head out. You know, you can do it with a 3-point turn or something. Other than that, I'm fine with it.
We did kind of squeeze a little bit to the back to allow those radiuses and backing up, and it'll be a lot easier with the door open, of course, to make those kinds of maneuvers.
Yeah. But you can park alongside the garage as well,
Yes,
gravel parking.
yes, sir.
And sorry, you said you were gonna show the calculation for the averaging, the front setback?
Yes,
You have
it is 8'7". The two is 13.2 and 4 foot, and it came to 8'7" as the setback for the new home.
8'7", okay.
And is it required to be dead on to the average, or just not closer than?
Not closer than, yeah, you don't have to be the exact average, you just have to be that or greater.
Okay, so I have plenty of room if I have to push it back.
Probably add that to the plan though, right?
Yeah, in the zoning table, maybe you can put that in there.
Okay.
Anything else, anyone?
So, are these all items that can move on to full TAC?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, excellent. Excellent. And, we'll catch it.
I'm looking for it right now. I'll get you the.
Oh, the
Yeah.
subdivision agreement?
Yeah. Not that one.
Yeah, do you have the section
It's
that's
at the
on?
very end.
Do I have it? No,
the
sorry.
subdivision agreement?
I'll have it with me. So it should be at the very end, that's the. I think I went past this. I think it's.
Whoever ends up
That's the
doing the
waiver
construction is gonna need to, repair the sidewalk to city standards as well as the street, but that's pretty standard stuff.
With cutting in utilities?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Thursday might be so bad.
I think that was it, the last one.
Let's see, the
Traffic flooding around us, but tomorrow's gonna be a shit show.
Based on personnel needed, we have to figure out if that's gonna be in person or.
It's for the final plat.
Can we waive that too? Can we get a survey?
I don't know.
I don't think we should waive that.
No.
So the waiver requirement is section 10, waiver regulations. You can look in there, but
I'm sorry,
it's section 10 in the subdivision regulations, the waiver
For the waiver.
requirement,
okay.
waiver regulations. And then, look where we waive.
Section,
Ron, this one?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's section 9, improvement and installation bonds.
Very good.
Good?
All right.
Was it quick?
Thank you all.
thanks.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it.